with my eyes wide open.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. I can't remember the last time I was in Pomona, to be honest with you. I don't know if I honestly don't remember. Have I been through here before? Anybody remember? I did? I was here? I guess it was like Woodstock. If you remember, then you really weren't there. I'd like to take a moment and I'd like to play a song for you solo, just to give your ears a break for a moment. I know when there's a lot of band music, sometimes you just need to take a moment and hear something a little bit stripped down. So I'm going to play a song for you here that I wrote for this album with a guy named Andrew Frampton, right out here. Wrote with him out here in California. He does a lot of work with Natasha and with the script, and he's a buddy of mine. He's really, really gifted, a gifted guy. And we had written one song together, and then we got together another day, and we started trying to write a second song. We were having a really hard time figuring out what that song would be. So while we were having a hard time figuring out what to do, we were pacing around the studio for a couple of hours, and nothing was coming up that we wanted to keep. And I said, you know what, man, I'm just going to go sit outside and maybe I'll read the newspaper or something, just try to get inspired, think of something, get some other idea, look at some pictures or something, And he said, yeah, okay. And so I'm sitting there and I have my phone on the little bistro table outside, and it buzzed, the vibrator. The vibrator went off, and I was like, ooh, that tickles. No, it vibrated, and I was like, well, let me check my messages, and see who that is. And I pick up the phone and I looked at the message, and it was a message from my dad. So I was wondering what he might say. My dad he's always been really motivational. So I opened the message and I said, hey Gavin, hope things are going all right in the studio. This is your father. I want to let you know his guy's time is really valuable, so don't fucking waste it. And don't let your old man down. And anything you could do, I could do better. And I was like, all right, that's really motivation. And I was like, wow, how do you say that to me? And then I was wondering why he talked like that to me. And then I harkened back, I went way back to my old dad, like the other catalog of motivational stuff he had said to me, like when I was growing up playing sports and stuff, and he'd be out there running around the field. And you're just like, you're a kid, you're not sure, like, sometimes you're not sure what to do. And I looked at my dad at the sidelines, he'd be out there with his poncho and like a cowboy hat, And I'd be like, what do I do, man? And he's very motivational. He'd be like, fuck him up. I was like, what a poet, And that's what inspired me to become a songwriter. So, due to my great fear of my father, I didn't want to waste that studio time. And it's funny, he lit a fire under my ass, And as soon as I hung up the phone, I immediately had this idea. So I wouldn't let him down. I ran in the studio. I said, hey man, I got the melody. I got the whole melody. It immediately all came to me. And he said, how did it happen? And I told him that story. He said, well, I got an idea for the lyric, but it had nothing to do with your dad. So we sat down and we wrote the song that day. With my eyes wide open, and with words unspoken, I still understand. And I'm reading your mind, using every outline, drawing in my hand. Ooh, feel your fingers. Ooh, would never tell. It was almost as if you already knew my language, 'cause you've been there yourself. Ooh, I'm still falling. Ooh, I'm ready to return and wake up. Step out, 'cause I'm really getting used to being in this dream. You know what I mean. Get by. The reason I would ever wanna turn back now, once you spell it out. No, it's not an accident. I can feel it crashing in, and I'm not looking back. Come on, we can leave the world behind. 'Cause when you shut out the light to sleep again, and don't let go, don't tell me that I should wake up. Step out, 'cause I'm really getting used to being in this dream. You know what I mean.